Good morning, folks. We're going to start momentarily.
Sounds good, Mikhail. I'm here as well.
Testing, testing.
Morning, Day. Was that Day? I think so. No. Morning, Albert.
Testing, testing. Cannot hear anybody. Hold on. Wait a minute. There we go. Testing, testing again.
Oh, that was
Good.
Okay, there we go. Are we ready to roll?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're on the record. Good morning. It's 9:36 a.m. and I would like to call today's hearings to order. Just to be very clear and for the record, there were two cases scheduled. Becker Specialty Corp. Case number 6275-1 was scheduled for a short variance. That's off calendar. Again, that's off calendar. Today, what is on the calendar is a consent item, Canyon Power Plant, and the parenthetical reference, City of Anaheim, case number 6264-2, regular variance rules 2003, 2001, 2004, and 3002. The hearing board will consider whether to grant a variance for 90 days or more. I would like to add the various exhibits to the record. There are several exhibits. Let me pull them up. Hold on one second, I have it here. Right, there are several exhibits. For the record, they're petitioner's exhibits. Petitioner exhibits, number one is a stipulation to place matter on consent calendar. Exhibit 2, declaration of Ron Hofford, Hoffard. Number 3, it's exhibit 3, Eldon Kraus, Krause. 4 is the proposed findings and decisions. And then there's a hearing board exhibit, HB1, email between board member Balaka Palan and parties dated 9/2/2025. 2 members of the hearing board are participating remotely. No one is in the room with me, and the agenda was posted predicated upon the provisions of Brown Act 1. Ms. Verdugo Peralta, I presume that your agenda was also posted pursuant to Brown Act 1?
Yes,
And no one is in the room with you other than Mr. Peralta?
correct.
Okay. Mr. Clerk, Madam Clerk, can't see you over there, but are there any individuals interested in providing evidentiary testimony or just general public comment?
Good morning, none for today.
Madam Clerk, thank you. Let the record also reflect that no one has sought recognition in person. There's no one who sought recognition in person to provide any public testimony or general public comment. And we're down 1 hearing board member, so this matter will be heard by 4 members as opposed to 1 because Mr. Pearman is absent. All right, down to board deliberation. Thoughts, perspectives, comments?
I am familiar with this facility. And it butts right up to Yorba Linda, where I lived previously, and I did attend the hearings that they had when they were going to build the facility, and it was supposed to be a peaker plant and only utilized for high demand days, and it's ended up becoming part of the base load. And I, I have no problem with what they're asking for. I just want to make sure that if they are going to be becoming a base load part of the rollout from Cal ISO, that they are in fact, in compliance with AQMD rules.
Pertaining to the variance, thanks for the background, Ms. Peralta, but I'll stick to what the variance request is for. This petition, this facility came before us actually in October 23rd, 2024, and we granted the variance that expired August 31st, 2025. Unfortunately, they needed to file they found out that they couldn't comply by the August 31st, 2025 deadline, and they also missed the deadline, July 15, to file it, to modify that particular variance. So they had to subsequently file a new variance. So this is what we have is actually a new variance. So it's not a modification, though, or a continuation of the existing variance. In addition, when they filed the new variance, they added some other rules that they were seeking relief from, and also additional equipment that they needed to be added to the petition and to the order. So, and that's what I was trying to get them to correct, because it didn't specifically state, what they were getting the relief from, which equipment and which rules. And unfortunately, I also missed a rule which they had included in the finding and decision, but not in the summary section. So I'll clarify that in the end. I'll be happy to make the motion and get that in there so that it's all correct. So right now, so what they want is additional time until March of 2026. Hopefully by then they'll get back the gas turbine from Canada where it's undergoing repairs, and they'll get it up and running and do both the triennial test and the radar test for the CO. So they'll get into compliance. But if they can always, in a timely manner, file for a modification, an extension of the variance. Hopefully that won't need to happen, and they'll get it back up and running. So I do believe they've made all the arguments for the 6 findings that they're in violation of District Rule 203B 2004 F1, which is what is missing in the findings section in the conclusion order, 3002 C1, and the new one 218B4C, and also the permit condition 29.3 D 29.3, which required the triennial testing, which is what they originally came for. I also want to note that they amended their petition only because to reflect that they got a notice of violation because they didn't do the radar test, which they couldn't do because the equipment was no longer on site, but nevertheless, they did get a notice of violation. So this will give them, including this rule, 218B4C, that'll give them the coverage, I think, until they get it up and running. So the in violation of the rule, it was beyond their control. There was it was not anticipated, so they had to, the blade was defective, they had to replace it. And so they basically shut down. So there's no benefit in not, as there are no emissions, there's no it's curtailed because it's not running. So I think they meet all the 6 findings, and there won't be any excess emission during the period. And that's all I had, and I'll be happy when if there
Go
are
right
no
ahead
other
and make the motion.
comments.
Go right ahead and make it. You
Yeah,
can
I'll
make it.
Yeah, so that way I want to get that in correctly.
Okay,
So in the
perfect.
matter of Kenyan Power Plant, case number 6264-2, I move that we grant a regular variance commencing today and continuing through March 31st, 2026 from AQMD Rule 203B, 3002 C1, 2004 F1, which is what was not there. So that has to be added. And then Rule 218B4C and facility permit ID 153992, condition D 29.3. So those are the, and it's for the device D1 for the gas turbine and device C3 for the CO oxidation catalyst. The equipment is located at 3071 East Miraloma Avenue in Anaheim. And the rest of the conditions are as set forth in the proposed finding and decision document with that minor addition of Rule 2004 F1. And there will be no excess emission as the gas turbine is not in operation.
I second the motion.
My motion, yeah.
The motion has been properly moved by Mr. Balaka-Palan and seconded by Ms. Verdugo-Prout. Any further question or discussion on his motion? Hearing none, Dr. Abraham,
Aye.
Ms. Verdugo-Prout,
Aye.
Mr. Balaka-Palan,
Aye.
and Ali votes in the affirmative. The matter is hereby approved unanimously. Thank you very kindly for members of the hearing board's attendance today, participation. Look forward to seeing you within the impending weeks. We're off the record and adjourned at 9:46 a.m.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Aye.